Hi, my name is Prakash Patel and you're watching all about importexport.com. In this video, I would like to cover the technology tools needed for import-export business. So at the end of this video, you will get pretty good idea about why should you have these technology tools for your company, who should use these technology tools, and what are those tools. So let's start with why should you have these tools in the first place. Import-export business is, I would consider as a little different business than your traditional local business you're dealing with. Either it could be a manufacturing and supplies to your local customers, retail businesses in your local regional areas are different than import-export business. And why they are different? Because you're mainly dealing with foreign countries where you may not know your prospects. You may have some geographical barriers. You may have communication barriers. Your prospect could be in totally different time zones, or maybe you're not comfortable with your prospects. So technology tools will provide you the comfort level to deal with your prospects, and slowly you can convert those prospects into your customers. Who should use these tools in your company? That's another questions I always face. It depends on your size of a company, your current position. If you just started import-export business for your company, you could start with a dedicated person assigned for this job or yourself. You could then later on have a group of people who is dealing with import-export business, and maybe if you grow faster, you can have a dedicated department for import and export for these jobs. What are those tools? Basically, I can divide those tools into hardware tools and software tools. Hardware tools. These are the tools you need to get maximum out of this internet technology. And some of them you may already have it, so that's very good. If you don't have some, maybe you can manage it. It's getting cheaper and cheaper hardware tools. So fast computer. That's very important. Not older than 2 years. High-speed internet access. These two are the most important out of all, and they are the backbone of your productivity. So you got to make sure that you have fast computer and high-speed internet access. You definitely need some of the peripherals to make sure that you can take advantage of some of the software tools, and those are the peripherals like speakers with volume control, headphones, webcam with microphone, access to the printer, and external backup drive. The reason I like to list the external backup drive here because that backs up your data regularly. Data is the most important piece of your business, and if you lose data, you can lose a lot of productivity. So make sure your backup drive is already installed and you're backing up regularly. Software tools. Some of the tools, again, you might already using it, you already have it. That's excellent start, but if you don't have it, go ahead and manage those softwares, which will definitely help you. And there are tons of other softwares, but I would like to at least start with some of the basic tools like email account, email usage. You should have it. Most of the people have it right now. If you don't have it, it's free. You can start an email account. I will cover more details about how to set up and how to use those email accounts in later sections. Microsoft Office or Open Office or Group Office. That's very important piece. Microsoft Office nowadays is getting very de facto standard for most of the productivity, like sales letters or a fax cover sheet, or you want to have a small Excel sheet to calculate some of your product data. These are the tools usually your prospects also using it, so you gotta have it. This is unfortunately is a premium software. It's gonna cost you, but if you're not ready to pay for this software, you can always use OpenOffice, which is absolutely free and open source software. It is compatible with Microsoft, so you can take advantage of OpenOffice too. Microsoft Outlook or any other organizer. Basically, that is needed for managing your contacts, managing your calendar events, managing your email in a one place. That's a lot of companies using it, and I think it's a good tool. Company website. If you already have it, perfect. If you don't have it, I'll explain you why you need those in the details in a separate video, but that's very important. And this is an extension of your business card when you deal with prospects. If you have a website, they'll get the information right away about where your company is located at, what kind of product and services you're offering, what are your customer testimonials, how can they contact you. All those details are in website, so that gives a very good start with your prospects. Skype, it's a software, it's a free software to basically communicate with your prospects in different part of the world. It is getting very growing software. Once you install on a computer, you basically start with communicating with your clients or prospects via text messages, video, audio, or even you can share some presentation for PowerPoint presentation or some other presentation with your client sharing the screen. So very powerful software, absolutely free, tons of features there. So I'll explain you more details in a separate video, but this is one of the most important software tool I think for import-export business. Trade portals. These are some of them are free trade portals you can start with, and then you can have a premium services. But Alibaba and Global Source are two of the trade portals I like it personally. I use it daily. These are the trade portals, and there are so many other trade portals, maybe not as popular as these two, but could be specific to your industry and needs. But you can start with one of these portal. I think you can get a lot of contacts with your customers. Social networking, and some of the people might be surprised. They might be familiar with Facebook, MySpace, social networking like Orkut or Twitter. They say, why do you need for business? And I'll explain in more details, but this is another important software tool to start your contacts, and we'll discuss in more details in later videos. So now you know why should you have these tools, who should use these tools, what are those tools. So in next video I will cover the specific software tools in more details to explain you how you can set it up and how you can use them. So stay tuned. Thank you.